am standing gidigbam. Gidigbam. As it stands today, Biafra government in exile and in homeland, the de facto government, of which I am the prime minister, is the only legitimate government that speaks for the Biafra people. Without this government in exile, anything you do politically, anything you do politically, both in the south and the southeast, will meet a brick wall. And I'm telling you today that the brick wall is not ordinary brick wall. The brick wall will come with woto. The more you go ahead in building in this false foundation, the more you provoke people of Biafra. The more you provoke us to do things that will shock the world. You see, today, we are well armed. And this is not the time when you come to our land and do anyhow and go free.
I am calling on Finland governments and Finland embassy in Nigeria to provide Simon Ekpa. Our military are not egg that anybody who call himself a supporter of IPOP and ESM can be killing our military and our police. It's a lie. We want peace across the country, which is the Renew Hope agenda. We want prosperity, we want increase, and we want transformation across our nation. So, Simon Ekpa, I am calling on the Finland president, the Finland embassy in Nigeria, to return back Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, because this is where he comes from. Every other document he has is a fake document. Return Simon Ekpa. Return him. I remain the prophetic Hall of Fame, Prophet Godwin Ikuru. I stand for peace. You can't destroy only one country that I have and take peace from me. It's not possible.
Simon Ekpa. He is in Finland. The Finnish government are giving him all the support, and he's doing what he's doing. The comments he's making, people are being killed, and nothing is being done. And this is democracy. If European Union is the one supporting democracy, and this is happening, and they are not taking action, then they don't mean well for Nigeria. We have said that in clear terms. We need to diplomatically find means of getting him out of whatever it is that he's doing. He must be arrested. He must be prosecuted. Look at it from the other way. Assuming he is in Nigeria and he's doing that to the Finnish government, you think the European Union will allow that happen? They definitely will not. So why are they allowing him to do what he's doing?
Good evening, esteemed viewers. This is Satellite Media. Let us look at what is coming from Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa seems to be talking tough. I think that is secret to the statement that came from Nigerian Chief of Defence staff, accusing Finland of sharing Ekpa. That Simon Ekpa needs to be brought back to Nigeria to face prosecution. Surprisingly, we are seeing another man, a pastor, joining the call that Simon Ekpa should be brought back to Nigeria to face prosecution. Mr. Raphael Ngbechi, let us get your reaction with all this. Because Ekpa seems not to be perturbed. Because recently he even challenged the Chief of Defence staff to come and challenge him in Finland.
Yes, that's good. The guy is not seems to be, perturbed. He's unperturbed, and I'm conversant with Colonel Musa's, stand as Chief of Defence staff. See, what Colonel Musa does not know is that Simon Ekpa himself is a military man too, and if you observe that job, it is like a cult. They are more or less into brotherhood. A military man in Finland, the same with a military man in Nigeria, the same with a military man in America. I don't know the reason why they are looking at Ekpa's, position as a different man or a different job. His profession is the same thing they're involved. And again, Pastor, let me tell you, Colonel Ekpa, Colonel Musa is not speaking like a man of experience. Because I see what is happening in Nigeria in the southeast as agitation. They are not even carrying out bloody struggle to attain Biafra. But they were peaceful all the while. During other administrations like Obasanjo's administration, Jonathan's administration and the Yaradua, they were Mozob then. That was the name they assumed in those administrations, and they were all agitating, doing the agitation business or transaction peacefully without hurting anybody. They only carried their flag from place to place or within the southeastern region, not outside the southeastern region. There was never a time they agitate in Lagos State, because Lagos State is a different region. They were doing all this, bringing the sensitization to the southeasterners to know that Biafra must come. See, I don't know what vexed or made Buhari administration, Obasanjo's administration, and the Tinubu administration to go this bloody, because I know that Obasanjo killed many. He killed many and many Mazobs during his administration, and then castrated the then Raphael Ngbechi, the man that brought this message and make it so wild to the Igbo man. Then again, when Buhari came again, Buhari was, I don't know, after Biafra, immediately was making his broadcasts as a newly elected president. You know, did you know, or could you remember that Buhari told the whole world that Biafra is forgotten, that he visited Ajoko, and Ajoko said, Biafra gone, nothing like Biafra. I don't know why. He was having Biafra in mind before he elected into the office. Yes, let me tell you, no. He has already marked Igbo man as his #1 enemy in Nigeria. From that perspective or perception, I begin to realize that the same Colonel Musa is towing same way that Buhari, told. Having Igbo man in mind as your common enemy, at the end of the day, we'll be telling the whole world we have one Nigeria here. That is a blatant lie of the century, 21st century, that we are one Nigeria. Any Nigerian public office holder in the police, in the military, any office in the FGN, Federal Government of Nigeria, that is telling the whole world that Nigeria is one Nigeria. It is a blatant lie, the greatest lie of the 21st century, that Nigeria is one. See, Colonel Musa, I've said it on and on. Oga Musa, what you should do, stop saying all this. Go to Finland. Simon Ekpa, once a military man or currently serving in Finland, is your own colleague. The military, the army, they are like brotherhood of a thing. Brotherhood of the cross. You know the reason why cross is there. Anybody that is bearing pain and is still in the army. An army in the UK have right to assist the person. Anytime they feel like going on training for ranks and files across the border, a military man in Nigeria can go to UK, America, and the army there or the military should train them. So they are one. They are like cults. So I don't see the reason why Simon Ekpa case is being different. The only thing the chief of the army staff should have done by now, even before now, he has the right to go to Finland and make his own consultation. The young man, the young military man, Simon Ekpa, is there, even inviting him. Come, let us talk. I don't know what you understand. If you know that what Biafra is doing is wrong, why are you bruising your body, shouting and ranting all the time about what Biafrans are doing in the southeast? Go to Finland if you feel that Simon Ekpa was the one funding Biafra agitators in the southeast. Go to Finland. You have every right. Nobody is stopping you from visiting Finland. Go for a round table talk. Go for the normal extradition process. Go there.
But he's accusing Finland of shedding Ekpa and encouraging them to release him to Nigeria. But if I may ask you, Mr. Raphael Ngbechi, what do you think could be the reason Finland is accommodating Simon Ekpa and sharing him?
The former Union Socialist of Soviet Republic, USSR, the current Russia, which capital is in Moscow, was the one, at least was Finland was one of the federatives. They incorporated Finland as part of their provinces many years ago, and Finland had to struggle hard the same way Biafra is struggling. And the Finnish citizens or Finnish citizens were killed and maimed the same way Nigeria is killing Biafrans. I don't know what to understand. The Finland we are talking about, they have gone through what Biafra is going through now. They went through it in the past, And Biafra is going same hardship, same struggle, same bloody agitation now. So there's nothing about agitation you can tell those countries. You can't teach them every business about agitation. Then let me talk to about the pastor. The pastor that is mocking or talking about Ekpa being extradited into Nigeria. I tell you, I was even trying to know. That's why I said, is that pastor from Southeast? So that I will know how to at least tackle his issue. Because I know
He's a Nigerian.
he's a Nigerian. Okay, he's a Nigerian, but he must be an enemy of the Igbos. They never born him. He was not born during the war. And if you ask me, I will tell you that that pastor can never come from southeastern Nigeria. He must come from one of the regions where Igbo man is popularly hated. That pastor is not from Igbo land. So anybody could just put on cloth, start preaching as a pastor. Pastor is not something that you get certificate of incorporation or certificate of whatever before you mount the pulpit. A pastor that is asking for his head is not doing anything wrong. Everybody has right to say whatever he's saying. Was Obasanjo Ochibanjo not a pastor? Nigerian former failed vice president under Buhari, a professor under a man that has not come out and tell Nigerians about attestation of his WAEC result. But a professor was his vice president. A pastor, Pastor Ochibanjo, Pastor Ihenwe, that is at least campaigning for Ekpa's extradition. A pastor, anybody with Bible can mount to the pulpit and talk. If that pastor knew what happened to Igbos 57 years ago, I don't think he will have that kind of prerogative to come outside or to come on the stage be preaching about extradition of Ekpa. That's why any church you go, anybody you hear preaching word of God, ask your spirit first in you. Am I going to worship here? Is this man truly a man of God? Igbos are going through hell, and the pastor is pastoring nonsense, telling the world that Ekpa should be brought to Nigeria. What if they brought Ekpa back to Nigeria because of this so-called pastor? They kill Ekpa, a pastor with blood. Ekpa's blood will be crawling after him, going after his generation, generations of offspring. These are the people we call pastors in Nigeria. We have many pastors, yet there's no peace in Nigeria. We have many pastors, yet people are dying on every day basis. We have many pastors that could not go to Aso Rock and preach the word of God to all these politicians that are bewitching and haunting Nigerians on daily basis. Yet they are claiming that they are pastors. Okay, don't call him pastor. He's an agent of darkness. Thank you so much.
I must say a very big thank you for your time. This is Satellite Media.